All right, I do believe we are once again live. Just checking to make sure my mic's feeding there. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Yankees Live, Never Enough Ammo Opening Act Chat. As the name implies, we are the opening act tonight for Never Enough Ammo, whose chat will start at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Different times if you're in different time zones, of course, but I only know what time it is here. In fact, I don't even remember the names of most of the time zones anymore. I know Eastern time, Mountain time, Pacific time. I know the names, I guess. I just don't know where the fuck they are. Like, I don't know if you're in a certain state, like what it is, because, like I knew when I was in Alabama and I drove from Alabama to West Virginia, it's two different time zones. So it's not straight up and down. So I don't fucking know. Uh, but welcome. I got kind of sidetracked there. But like I said, we are the opening act for Never Enough Ammo. But until then, this is a place you can come for an hour a day and talk with like-minded individuals about common interests, guns, stuff related to the Constitution, whatever, politics, whatever you want to talk about, sex therapy sometimes it even seems. I mean, I will let people know I am trained as a therapist, but I am completely out of touch and out of practice. So any advice I give you might be bad. Might get you, I might screw you up more than helping you out. But we can always see. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to, but if you want to, that's why I'm here. So you can call me out. If you want to, you can educate me if I've said or done something wrong. You can just simply ask me questions that you're curious about. You can suggest topics for conversation here or in the live chat. That's totally up to you. What you want to do. The only thing I can say is if you want to talk to me, though, make sure you put at the Yankee Marshal in front of your comment or your question. And make sure you first thing you type is at the Yankee Marshal space and then your question or your comment. I will be putting a link to the chat in the chat, and I will hopefully see if I can do it better today than I did it yesterday. Uh, I think I put line. That's supposed to be live, but I think you get it. So didn't screw it up as bad as yesterday. But let's see if it's on now. What is wrong with this thing? Hello. This soundboard, like I said, I got to get another soundboard. Don't know how long I was without sound there. But like I was saying, you know the spiel. If you want to contact me, put at the Yankee Marshal in front of your comments or questions. If you definitely want your question answered, or you just want to donate to the Pets and Vets Fund, do a super chat. Please fund the Pets and Vets program. It definitely is something that needs to be funded. We spend quite a bit of money on pets and veterans every month, and this is the Pets and Vets program is just the least of it. So if you want to get a question answered right away, or you just want to donate to that cause, just do a super chat. Any other question, just put the at the Yankee Marshal in front of it. I'll try to get to all of them, but can't promise that I will. I will get to all the super chats, even if I have to stay late. But well, can't stay too late because never enough ammo starts. But I'd still stay late and answer super chats if I had them. So, but you shouldn't have to wait. Like, it shouldn't be something you have to wait till the end of chat because I answer them as like right here came one from Corey Long. Howdy, Yankee and fellow Yankers. How goes it? I was out of town over the weekend, got back yesterday, spending time with my family. Ugh. We lost 3 family members in less than a month. Well, y'all need to start putting trackers on these people. And if you're losing that many, you might not. Might not be getting lost. They might be fleeing. Have you ever thought of that? Unless, of course, you mean that as a euphemism, and if they've passed, well, that's different, I guess. But if you've actually lost them, like you went to the mall and then you never saw them again, that's probably something you might want to look into why that's happening. But thanks for the donation to the pets and the vets. I hope you had fun. I mean, spending time with family today. You said not losing relatives. That's usually not. Well, it depends on who the relatives are, I guess. To be honest, but usually not a great thing. What's this? Washington Department of Health changes and the updates. Hey. Let me see. I got another super chat coming in here from John Baloney Jr. Have you picked the TYMP winners for February yet? Oh, let me see. Did they pick February? Well, this is early first week of March, so they're probably just now actually doing the voting. No, all the January people have been notified, and almost all of them have been shipped except for one, because one of them hasn't got back to us yet. And I do have one gun bought sitting aside. So if there's one from December and one from January, both that have never contacted us, if either one of those contacts us, well, they'll get theirs right away. But the other one will have to wait till we get more guns. But no, they have not notified February's yet. They haven't voted on them yet, I don't think. Because they have to wait till the end of the month, get them all, and then what's his face? Vincenzo Lombardo has to go in, kind of weed through all of them, and then he's got to forward all of them to the people who actually vote, and then he has to wait for them to get back to him. So it takes a couple of weeks usually. Where was I? Hammer Jockey said, still got your RM380 into some of your old video, ran into some of your old videos. Yeah, I've still got the little RM380. It's the only Remington that I really own. It's right here. The little RM380, which is the Rohrball clone, except it's 38 instead of 380 instead of 9mm like the Rohrballs were. I wish they'd make a 9mm one, but I don't think that's going to happen now, considering Remington's fate. But it's amazing how much this has loosened up since I first got it. And I actually kind of like this better in a way, because it's got the, the slide release and the magazine release are a little different. So this is actually a little better than the Rohrball in a way. Oops, I put it up there backwards. It's facing the wrong way. All the other guns are going to be like, why is he looking that direction? All right. Let me get over here. I think I've got all those that came. Oh, no, wait, one more. Gerald Cagney. All right. All right. Now it's back. Just randomly. You just got to turn it on and off till it comes back. My soundboard is dead, dying. It's dying. I don't think it's dead yet, but it's getting there. I wonder if I stick it in the other one, if it'll work any better. Hold on. Can you all hear me now? I don't know if I've got this one turned up. Which one is input 2? Input 1, input 2. Can y'all hear me normally? I can't hear me normally right now for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe if I put this over here, I'll be able to. Down there. Okay, now I can hear me normally. I think y'all can still hear me. Okay, good. Bye Gal said donating to the new soundboard fund. I think it is time. Yes, but I don't have you all pay for my shit. I pay for my shit. Are you trying to imply I'm some kind of fucking whore? That I do this for money? That I'll do things for money? And I need someone else to pay my bills? Pay my own bills. What is that song? I pay my own bills, pay my telephone bill. You know, I do pay. I don't. Well, yeah, I pay my telephone bill. Don't need you to pay my bills. Although I am a whore, there are a lot of things I will do for money. The only reason people don't know I'm a whore and a sellout is because no one's ever offered me enough money. It's easy to be pious and upstanding and honest when no one's willing to meet your price. But I got that from Bye Gal, who said he was donating to the board fund. And I don't know if you all heard, but Gerald Cagney said, "Can I have your Beretta collection?" And I said no, because I'm not done with it. I like my Beretta collection, and like I said, I am not done with it. You'll know when I'm done with it because I'll be dead. Then you can fight my youngest son for it. Practical Bacon says, P's and V's, which caliber do you have the most guns chambered in, and what caliber do you have the most ammo for? Same answer to both of those questions is probably 357 Magnum. Got lots of 357 Magnum. Surprisingly, I got a lot of 45 too. I don't know why, but I got a lot of 45 ACP. But and that's why I think it's because I had a lot of 1911s at one point. But now I've also got quite a bit of 10 millimeter now. Not nearly what I have in 9 millimeter or 357 Magnum, but I've got some. But yeah, I would easily say 357 Magnum is the gun, and 9 millimeter are the calibers I have more guns chambered in, and they are the 2 rounds I have the most of stocked. That was actually a poignant question. Corey Long, they passed away, smartass. You taint tickler. For the pets and vets. Hey, I have not tickled a taint in a very long time. I can't remember last time I tickled a taint. I missed Justin's super chat. Someone said I missed Justin's super chat. Didn't I get it? Bye, gal. Corey Gear, Hammer Jockey, John Baloney, Corey Long. Yeah, I got them all. There's not one from Justin. Maybe it's one of the free ones. Let me go over here and see if I missed one of those. Yeah, there we go. It's one of the free ones. They don't show up over here. Justin Short. I feel like 45 ACP gets a bad rap. Do you think 45 ACP is better at close range than other pistol calibers? I mean, it's good. It's, kind of fat and slow, which kind of hampers penetration. And I'm not as worried about whether the initial hole's a little bigger. I'd rather have penetration and expansion, or at least penetration. So I don't know if it's underrated or gets a bad rap. I think just a lot of people are aware of its shortcomings. They're at least realistic about its capabilities, so they choose other things, if that makes any sense. I'm not saying I want to be shot with it, especially not at close range, but I still think there's better options. Make sure I got everything over here. Do believe it did. And I'll keep that down at the bottom, so if my sound goes out, I can see people telling me. Now let me get over here and try to answer questions coming in. I once saw a 400-pound man eat an entire 20-inch deep dish pizza after he smoked a joint. I don't find that hard to believe at all. I've eaten a whole pizza sometime before in my life. Not deep dish, but it was a Monty's pizza. It was a whole Monty's pizza. And over the course of like an hour and a half, I ate the whole thing. I got so sick. I wasn't even high. I can't even say it's because I was smoking a joint. What was I doing? I was watching the movie Major League when I did it. I ordered a pizza because there was supposed to be a friend coming over. They didn't come over, so I ended up eating the whole pizza. What's a soundboard cost in your budget? I don't know how much they are. I think it's going to probably be $150 to $200 like it was last time. I ain't. It's not like it's something it's not an insurmountable amount of money. It's just that right now I haven't gotten around to it. And I got other things to pay for. Like I got my truck sitting down at the transmission mechanic right now. Probably going to cost about $2,500 or close to that to get it repaired. I thought about just living with it slipping in second gear. But my son wants to drive it, so I want it to be in good condition for him. Iowa Joe donated to the Pets and Vets Fund. Got a couple entries into the friend drawing. Says, showed up to work today and there was a stray dog wandering. He said, wondering. I wonder what the dog was wondering. Was able to wrangle him and contacted animal control. Waited 3 hours for them to show up. Wish I had more room. I would have just taken him home. Poor doggy. What was he wondering while when he was sitting there? Was like he wondering, like, how did I get here? What's the meaning of life? What was he wondering? Because that's a pretty deep dog to be sitting around just wondering things. Of course, he's probably wondering, like, how did I get to be homeless? I don't know. Believe me, I can tell you exactly why you're homeless. It's because of something a stupid human did. Because humans suck. We are the worst animal. We're the worst of the primates, definitely. We're the worst of the animals, period. We're definitely the worst primate. And we're easily the worst of the great apes. So, yeah, we kind of suck as a species. We're just a shitty species. I'm sorry. I mean, I have compassion for most humans, like I do. Well, little less than most animals, because I believe humans get themselves in their own situations either through inaction or action. But still, we're the worst species. I don't know how we got to that. We're definitely the worst species. What's a good all around 22 long rifle? 1022. We make great weapons. Yeah, we're good at making tools, but we're still the worst species as far as our behavior and how we treat our environment and how we treat each other. Yeah, we're pretty bad. I mean, I'm not saying other animals don't kill each other, but they do so out of necessity. They need to eat. They need to protect their hunting grounds, etc. We'll just kill people because we don't like what they say. Tittle Seattle says, I have pistols in 22 long rifle, 38, 357, and 9mm. What should come next between 40 or 45? Well, I don't know much. There's the only thing I know of between 40 and 45 is a 41, and that's a Magnum caliber, so I don't really think it would really be between them. I guess maybe, what's that neck down 45 cartridge? That would be between them. But if you're trying to choose whether you want a 40 or a 45, I would say 40. 45 is something you should have, like if you don't have a 1911, but 40. I wish more 1911s were available in 40. Pocket Sand donated to the Pets and Vets Fund says, I have watched you for years and have never seen you lose your cool and laugh out loud. When's the last time you lost it laughing? Oh God, every day, every night, pretty much. Because I watch stand-up comedy. Like last night, I was watching the best of Patrice O'Neal, and I laughed so hard. How when you laugh so hard, you end up with a coughing fit. But I've always been someone who has found that it's best to not be stoic, but to be guarded around other people. Every time I feel that you show too much emotion around groups of people, you kind of give away too much about yourself. So I've always been a little guarded around groups of people. It's part of my career. A lot of people feel like that in my career. They would rather observe emotions and behaviors than be part of those emotions and behaviors. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've always been a little guarded, but I laugh. I mean, I enjoy laughing. I watch a lot of comedy. And one of the things is here it's me talking, and I don't find me funny. So whenever I say anything even remotely humorous on here, I ain't gonna laugh because I don't find me funny. Iowa Joe, he was wondering if he could wander around our facility. Unfortunately, he didn't have the proper credentials. Well, you should have got him some. He's trustworthy. He's a dog. It's not like he's going to sell secrets to the Russians. Well, he wasn't one of those Russian, what are they called? Those Russian dogs? I forget what they're called. Not Rhodesian Ridgebacks. What are they? I forget what they're called. If it was one of them Russian breed dogs, yeah, then I'd be. If he's up like bark, bark, comrade, I would like to see your facility. Uh, Especially if he had like on a disguise to make him look like an American dog, like he was like had a fake fat suit on or something. Then I'd be worried about it. Where am I? Some people tell me they smoke cigarettes to prevent weight gain, yet they're obese. Smoking keeps them at their current level of obesity. Yeah, I know people who, and it is common that when you quit smoking cigarettes, you gain a lot of weight because you have to still satisfy that oral fixation. So you're shoving things in your mouth all the time. So you got one of two choices. You're either going to be uh, fat or make a lot of money at a truck stop, one or the other. That's on you. Just picked up a Ruger 1911 in 10 millimeter. I'm so excited. Is that funky one with the little chevron? Not chevrons. Well, yeah, chevrons on the grip. I think that's the one that's 10 millimeter, isn't it? But Rogue Tanker's so excited that they used 3 exclamation points. I would say that's pretty damn excited. If he'd have used 4 exclamation points, I would have thought maybe we might need to call someone to help. But 3, that's really excited. I think I'm just down into the no sound agains from earlier. You lost sound before you finished Gerard's. I guess is it Gerald or Gerard's or how you pronounce that? Super chat. I went back and got it again. For the love of all things holy, please replace your sound bar. It's not my sound bar, it's my sound board. The little thing that the headphones and stuff plug into. And it's practically new. I don't know what's wrong with the motherfucker. Well, I'll have to see what happens, but can you use a metal cleaner on a satin nickel pistol? I have a couple of marks on the finish. You can, but you're going to end up with polished marks on the satin nickel. It's not going to turn satin nickel when you polish it. You're going to have to polish the whole thing or have it be different in the spots you polish. If you need to take out marks in a satin finish one, you're going to have to take the marks out. And then when you have the flat high spots, the high spots, no flat spots or you rubbed it too hard. The shiny spots, you're going to have to re-bead blast those down to match the rest of the gun. If you stuff a glove with cotton balls and beat somebody with it, should the victim sue the glove maker or the cotton ball maker? I think maybe they should actually sue the cotton farmer. They provided the cotton, probably the cotton that made the gloves and made the cotton balls. So ultimately, I think they bear responsibility. I mean, they should know that when you produce those things, people are going to use them in that way, and therefore they're implicated in the act. Complicit is the word I was looking for. I'll give you $20 to make Kinky Sphincter happy. Who's Kinky Sphincter? I don't know how to make him happy. You missed Jetson's super chat. I already saw that and got it. I'm going. I've got jumped to the bottom. Washington residents who buy 11 plus round mags can lie about buying them years ago, the same way that illegals lied about being in the U.S. before January 1st, 1982, for Reagan's amnesty benefit. You don't even have to lie. You just have to say, when they say, when did you buy these magazines? Say, I don't remember. And if they say, did you buy them after the ban? I'm like, I don't know. That'd be up for you to show. I have no knowledge of these events. Ooh, I've got a headache. I had a sinus headache all day. What's your favorite ocean? Probably Billy Ocean. Which one is it that sings that kidnapping song? That "Get in My Car, Bitch" song. Which one was that? Was that Billy Ocean or was that the other Ocean? I know there's two Oceans that are singers, but I'm not a fan of either, really. But I know the one more than the other. Space Catboy says Jaeger going on a Macho Man trip to Ukraine, asks us to buy his plane ticket and a car. It says video of it will be pay-per-view only on his website. Well, talk about a ridiculous fundraising event. I wouldn't give him a penny. If you're going to make money off of a pay-per-view, then get yourself there to do your little, what possible good is he bringing to anybody going there? He's not going to go anywhere where there's actual fighting. He wouldn't even be allowed in anywhere. Because places where there's actually fighting are sealed off pretty much right now. So he's going there for self-aggrandizing reasons, for profit and for publicity. Why would you pay for his profit and publicity scheme? It's not like he's going to go there to fight. So what is he going there to do? Get in the way and be a danger to citizens and actual soldiers on the ground? Well, I just hope there's plenty of ditches around is all I can say. And I know that's a low blow, but I'm going to say it. Just because the whole thing is so fucking stupid that he deserves it. Gun haters are making a big deal out of the fact that a ghost gun was used during a high school shooting in Kansas. Ghost guns are here to stay, just like heroin. Well, yeah, with 3D printers, what are they going to do? You can 3D print a Glock frame or an AR lower. So what are they going to fucking do about them? They may not last forever, but they'll last for you as long as you need them to. And what are they going to do? Outlaw 3D printers? Outlaw knowledge of how to program 3D printers? That genie's out of the bottle. There's nothing they can do to it. Nothing they can do. Let me write something down here real quick first. That's not what I wanted to write. There we go. Yeah, there's nothing to do about that crap. Why they need to start dealing with real issues. That's why this whole system of trying to blame the tool, let's restrict the tool was stupid, and they should have been spending that time dealing with the actual issues, the societal issues that cause most of the problems. Then they wouldn't be found flat-footed now, because now there's nothing they can do to stop 3D printed items. It's the way it is now. Anyone's going to be able to go to someone with a 3D printer, and anyone with a 3D printer is going to be able to make firearms, period. Whether it be a fully 3D printed, like, with just small parts of metal in it, like one-shot pistol for assassination things, or if it's AR lowers or Glock lowers for people who want to have a full illegal gun, or unregistered, I guess I should say. The gun itself can't be illegal. Yeah. I just went into that in depth there. Got a super chat coming in from the Turkey's Opinion. How far out are mare's legs accurate? Well, as far as you want to shoot them. It's a good long barrel. It's only limited by the ammo and the caliber that it's in. As far as accuracy, there's accurate almost as a rifle, but they're harder to shoot accurately because you got to hold them up, and if you want to do that, I shoot them from the hip more often than anything else. I mean, I can hit a dinner size steel plate at 10 yards from the hip, so that's the way I like shooting it. It's just funny. It's funny, not funny, fun. Well, we got a big donation from Revolver Pack and Trucker. Have you done the friend of the month drawing yet? Just curious. I've been working a lot and unable to make it too many chats for the pets and vets. Yes, we did. Who was it? It was Alon. What was our? Hold on, I got it right over here. And this person still hasn't contacted me, even though they asked me a question on Patreon right after they won. Friend winners, right here we go. Alon Cohen. And he lives in Connecticut. Connecticut? That state. That's where he lives there. In Portland, Connecticut. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, he's going to be local. But no, he wasn't local. He was in Connecticut. Let me see. I concur. We suck as humans. Yeah, we as a species, pretty much we suck. We have the greatest, I think, capacity for kindness, the greatest capacity for giving, and we have the capacity, and we've shown the ability to go beyond our survival of the fittest instincts and allow and make it to where even the least fit among us has a chance to survive. So collectively, as a group, we have a lot of potential. It's just that we very seldomly live up to it as individuals. Do you have to own a 1911 45 ACP to be a true gun guy? Yes, I'm going to say yes. I don't think there's any excuse for not having a 1911 if you're going to consider yourself a gun guy. Now, most people don't consider themselves gun guys. They just have a tool that they use for self-defense, and they only have a couple of them. But like if you're going to sit in a room like this, if you don't have a 1911 and you're sitting in a room like this, yeah, you're not a gun guy. You're just some sort of weirdo. Elk hound. I think, those are Russians, aren't they? Russian elk hounds. Do you have any experience with the Gerson high power clone? I do not. Wait, which one do I have? No, I have the tit sauce high power clone. The Gerson one just came out. I do not have any experience with it. I don't have any reason to say anything bad about it, but I also can't say anything good about it because I've never used it. Norwegian Ridgeback. Those aren't Russian, though, are they? I don't think so. They would think they'd be Norwegian. You know all about oral fixation, don't you? Don't lie. Well, I mean, yeah, I studied it. I don't have an oral fixation. I've never been a smoker or anything like that. So I've never had an excuse that it's a condition. It's just a preference. Was your soundboard made of Chinesium? I don't know what it's made of, but it ain't good. Let's see, where was this fucking thing made? Oh, good Lord, I can't read it. Yep, made in China. Fabrique in China. Made in China. What's the chance I'm going to be able to find a soundboard that isn't made in China, that isn't $5,000? Where am I? Do you have any experience with Bull Armory? Seems like the least expensive route to get into 2011s while still expensive. Yeah, I'm really interested in one of their 2011s. I wouldn't mind having one. I have not got any personal experience with them. I've heard from people that they're very good, people that I believe. I've handled some of their guns, and they seem very well made. But Personally, no real experience with them yet. By the way, did you ever send out those patches? I'm excited to have something cool to put on my range pack. Which ones? The ones that for the giveaway, or the ones that people won during the chat? The one people won during the chat are in the box to be given away, and the ones sitting here are the ones from the donations that I need to finish, because a lot of people didn't put their names and mailing addresses on their PayPal. But they're all going to go out anyway here in a couple of days, because I'm doing the new patches for the Patreon, and I got like 12 to send. So I'm going to send those 12 and then send these ones all with them. We're hopefully going to do that this. Well, no, we're really busy this weekend. Maybe Friday we'll get to it. Friday or Monday. Let's see, where am I at? Seriously, you forgot Kinky Sphincter. He was here a couple of years, but he's concentrating on getting his degree. Oh, I remember the name, the screen name, Kinky Sphincter. I just don't know what makes him happy. I thought you meant like a real Kinky Sphincter. I knew you wouldn't miss that one. John Mandrick says something. I don't know what he means I wouldn't miss. I is confused. Yeah, I'm confused. Jaeger said he's going to train people. Yeah. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, he's going to be training people there. That's what their military needs. James Jaeger coming to train. Is he going to teach them to throw their guns in the dirt? Remember, these are just tools, so fucking throw them on the ground. He throw his RPG on the ground, blow himself and everybody else up, I hope. No, I don't hope, but that would be funny. It would be karma. Why would anyone pay money to see pay-per-views of him training people in Ukraine? Plus, everyone in Ukraine already has been conscripted out of the military, so I don't know how he's going to be going in and organizing any training sessions. He's not going there. How would he even go there and open up training sessions? Like say, okay, here's the James Jaeger Ukrainian School of Self-Defense. How would he even set it up? Who's showing up? And where's he going to do? What's he going to do? Walk into military operations and go, I'm going to take over the training. No, I don't think that's going to happen. And I'm pretty sure most of them know how to hide in a ditch while their friends die. And I'm only saying that because this is so fucking stupid what he's doing that I'm taking cheap shots. Peter D says, oops, wait a second, let me get down to the bottom where it's at. Peter D says, you know what sucks? Oh, well, you said what and not who, so I'm going to continue here with the question. When your holster arrives before your gun does, so you just get to stare at an empty holster and wondering and waiting. Well, which holster got there before your gun? That's not good. I don't mind. I'd rather get my holster before my gun than my gun before my holster, to be honest. Because if I order my holster, I'm ordering it because I know I'm getting a gun. And that means the first day I get it, I can slap that holster on, stick that gun in it, go down to the range and practice pulling it from my holster and shooting and everything else. So I think that's actually a good thing that when the holster gets there first. It excuse me, makes you long for things to come. I disagree with you on ghost guns. What, you don't think that genie's out of the bottle? You think that people can't print lowers? And I hate to break to you, they can. Okay, thanks, said Revolver Packing Trucker. That's what I answered his super chat. He doesn't really need to thank me. He gave me $50 and asked me a very simple question. That was like taking money from a baby. It was nothing hard about it. We had some teens do a drive-by at a high school. Some kids were killed in Des Moines, Iowa. Now everyone is dehumanizing gun owners. Shit gets old. Yep. But instead of instead of talking bad about gangs or why these kids do these things, let's deal with the tool they used. If they'd have run them over with the car, what would they have been talking about? How bad cars are? I'm having buyers. You're still in your safe. Yeah, I'm still in my safe. Yeah. I'm having buyer's remorse about my purchase of the Bond Arms rough and rowdy 9mm Derringer. If I decide to sell it, what is the best online venue to sell my gun? Well, I don't know why you'd have buyer's remorse. They're so cheap that, it's not a big deal. But best place is your local forums. Like, find your local state forum. Like, if you're in Bumfuckistan or wherever you're at, find that, Bumfuckistan guns or Bumfuckistan target lovers or whatever, and go on there. There's usually uh, uh, one ads, you know, classifieds list your firearm. How serious do you think Vladimir Putin is about his threats in the U.S.? Do you think that a cyber attack will come from Russian government? The Russian government's constantly trying to cyber attack us. That's nothing new. That wouldn't be them trying something new. That would just be continuing a trend. Uh, I'm not all that worried about that. Also, I'm not all that worried about any of his other threats either. I don't think his own people would allow him to go as far as he's wanting to go. They're already rebelling over just the Ukrainian thing. Groundbird said 686 plus Talo edition coming my way in about a week. Ooh, that's nice. Those are nice. Got a super chat from Aaron Harlan. Howdy, Yankee. Any new 10 millimeter 1911, 2011 ish pistols on your radar? There's not. Not new ones. I've always wanted one of the camp guards. I still do, but that's not nothing new. I wish Sigma had come out with a P320 in 10 millimeter, but other than that, nothing 10 millimeter really on my uh, radar, except for, like I said, that camp guard that I've always wanted. Let me see, where am I at over here? I got a headache, and these monitors ain't making it better. Surprise, surprise. We're only 42 minutes in. Because of my headache, I feel like I've been here 2 hours. Turn these monitors down a little bit. That's the wrong direction. There we go. That might help a little. Where am I? I've lost my place again. Where am I in the chat, I should say? People have to do a Form 1 for manufacturing a firearm. SBR is an example. You're trying to pretend you're confusing what the law is with what people can do. If they're worried about people who commit crimes with guns, well, those people aren't going to follow laws. And now they can easily just buy a 3D printer and start supplying guns to people who are also criminals. It's like a drug business. You have to invest sometimes to make money. And it doesn't matter what the fucking law is. People can still make whatever they want. Where was I? I lost my place. It jumped all the way down to the bottom, I think. Maybe not. My cousin bought a Kel-Tec PMR 30 that works only as a single shot. He has to rack it for every shot. Any ideas? Yeah, leave it like that, because every time I see them fire more than one round, they self-disassemble. So you might want to just stick to a single shot. That seems safer. CBS Evening News showed Ukrainian women holding their rifles this evening. One of the rifles was a Kel-Tec Sub 2000 in 9mm. Hey, well, any stick in a storm, you know what I mean? The holsters for P320 X Compat RXP was supposed to be here today. Was that the one? Okay, I'm confused. People have to. Well, I read that. Best 10 millimeter CZ clone. I don't really know of very many 10 millimeter CZ clones. I don't know of any 10 millimeter CZs except for those custom shop ones they did. I am arguing with a new woman I'm dating about how she should be against sexual abstinence at age 31. She seems to think she won't get less attractive as she ages. Sexual abstinence is only something that should be done if it's something you truly believe in and haven't been brainwashed into by religion and other garbage, society, period. Uh, Sexual abstinence doesn't benefit anybody. There's no long-term goal of it. Unfortunately, people have long-term goals of it. They think that, well, if I'm sexually abstinent, I will be more desirable. No, that's not true. This isn't the 1820s. And you got to remember the women back then that saved themselves till marriage, it meant they didn't have sex till they were 15. So not a big deal. Wasn't that hard to achieve. And men still didn't abstain until their marriage back then, even. But yeah, there's no positive thing to abstinence. It's just there isn't. It's a ridiculous idea to teach teenagers. It's a natural, healthy behavior. Sex is not just for procreation. There's a reason why sex does the things it does, and it's because it's for other things. It creates emotional bonds, social bonds. It relieves tension. It helps with anxiety. Sex serves a lot of purposes. It makes people more intimate with each other. In fact, relationships tend to do better when people are sexually active early in their relationship than they do if they hold out. Especially when you look at happiness inside of a marriage. There are some people who, because of their religious beliefs, won't get divorced, but are they happy? No, the husbands are cheating, the wives are miserable and fat, and just all kinds of things. So I always tell my kids, don't ever even consider marrying someone you met in high school. You play the field. Don't even have girlfriends, serious ones, until you're out of college, because just through that time, play the field and fucking find out what you like, what you don't like. And then you can be honest with the next person you meet about what you do and don't like. Because what would be the point of getting emotionally attached to someone, investing in a life with someone, and then find out that you're completely incompatible when it comes to sex? How happy of a marriage do you think that's going to be? Jimmy Hip. CZ needs to get their heads out and show us stainless models. Also, a 97B and 10 millimeter would be nice. Yes, I would love to see the 10 millimeters come out in the 97s. I would love to see them do that. And I would also love them to offer more stainless models, especially maybe stainless models in the decocker models, because they don't offer any in that. I think I got everything answered over there. Picked up a new Smith Model 19 carry comp and traded ammo for it. Even up, it's hard to even find revolvers. We need to find more 357 ammo. The 2.5-inch barrel looks better than the 3. I mean, it's nice looking. I definitely like it. Got a headache. I feel like I might have a little bit of a fever. Is it weird that I'm a girl that carries a 357 and my husband carries a 380? Wait, you're a girl? Why is your icon a picture of Alf if you're a girl? Did anyone know she was a girl? Does that mean we're over our girl allowance? Is Tara here tonight? Well, if Tara's not, I don't think Tara's here, so you can take Tara's place. I don't want to be over I don't want this to become a lasagna fest, I guess, and not a sausage fest. But yes, that's very weird. I now think so much less of your husband. You said husband, so tell him now that I disapprove of everything about him. Got a question coming in from J Bean. How interested are you in the new FN High Power? It's a must-have for me. Thanks, Yank. I'll listen in the morning. It's a must-have for me too. I definitely want one. The evolution of the High Power, I definitely want it. You can get it in stainless. I definitely want it. So that'll be one of those. When I see it, I'll put it on layaway immediately and pay it off when I can. But Taco Fest, that's what I should have said instead of Lasagna Fest. Lasagna Fest made it sound like it's fucking mess down there. Which I think we've all seen some Lasagna Fest, but I'm thinking Jenna Jameson, things like that. But so Taco Fest would have been a better word. But yeah, there's the answer to J Bean. It's a must-have for me too. Where am I? We got 10 more minutes left. Oh my God, my head's going to pop open like a melon. My wife sent me a Smith & Wesson 59, the first auto I had first as a full-time reserve officer. The first were 1 and 2 were Smith 59, and the next Colt Trooper Mark III off duty was a 1911. It's nice to get guns that are, the same as what you used to carry. That's why that 19 up there means. Plus, it was a gift, but that was what was the standard issue when I was active. What do you think about the secret biolabs with U.S. funding in Ukraine? I think it's very silly that people seem to think that as soon as someone says biolab funded by America, that it's real or that it even means anything, because most biolabs are pharmaceutically owned. So it's usually private business, not government. They sometimes get grants from the government because they're doing developmental, tests for drugs and pathology, etc. But I love how someone will try to turn that into a nefarious thing. And here's the real thing: when Putin says worried about biochemical weapons, what he means is I've got biochemical weapons I'm going to use, and I want to be able to say it's coming from them, because that's his MO. What do you think about a ginger woman who carries a 9mm? Well, first off, I'm going to say it's totally okay to be a ginger woman, just not a ginger man. Ginger females, I'm fine with ginger females, because here's the thing: they're not nearly as ugly as ginger men. Ginger men are just, untenably ugly. You just, intolerably even, I would say. Ginger women can be quite beautiful. And as long as ginger women, I don't have a problem. Like when it comes time to get rid of the gingers, or we actually start making it illegal to be ginger or something, I don't think we should have a problem with ginger women, as long as they promise not to have sex with ginger men. And I don't think that'll be a problem, because most ginger women I've ever met would be like, I'd rather eat my own foot than be with a ginger man. So I don't think it'll be a problem. I think we're okay. Corey Long said, do you have any experience with the Italian M91 Caccarano? No, I do not. Carcano? No, I don't have any hands-on experience with that at all. I hate to say. Worth it donating to Jaeger to make sure he goes? Well, I guess that's one what school of thought, but I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't want him dead or anything, and I also don't want him in the way of people over there trying to do things to save their own lives, and have this guy come in and try to, for personal glory, try to seem like something that he isn't. Mike D used his member chat and says, do you have, or are you going to get a Smith & Wesson 460 XVR to help your revolver collection? No, I have a 460. It's the little snub nose. It's right there. Well, wait, you can't see it. It's right there. That's my 460. I do like the new 460s, and I like the new 500s. I like the looks of them and everything, but with the octagon, with the I guess they're hexagonal barrels. I don't know, but I like them. I don't have any plans on getting one right now, but for one, they're expensive. Jaeger guy looking for Ukraine Legion, joining Ukraine Legion. He's trying for donations as we speak. Yeah, the donations is the real point here. It's a money grab. Because look at him and tell me what he's going to do over there. He ain't going to be training anyone. They're in a state of war right now. They're not going to have civilian trainers come in and telling people what to do. What's he going to do? Find the militias and start training them? Find the soldiers and start training them? How's he going to do that? Give away their fucking positions? And is he going to film videos from where they're at and send them out on YouTube and give away their fucking positions? Just fucking dumb from top to bottom. Honest Outlaw is a badass. He's also a sellout and a shill. Wait, is that Honest Outlaw? I think that's Honest Outlaw. That's the guy I called out, and he's such a piece of shit. Shill. Wait, is that Honest Outlaw? It could be slamming the wrong person. I don't remember the names of the people I'll talk to. Is it true the more sexual partners you have, the less likely you are to have a satisfying long-term relationship? No, not at all. Now, there's no causation there at all. Now, it is true that people who are not interested in long-term relationships tend to have more sexual partners because they move from relationship to relationship. But that's not anything to do with because I experienced this, I now no longer have the ability to do that. Nah. No, I've never seen any evidence of that whatsoever. There's no psychological basis or hypothesis or theories that would actually support that. That's more of a moral thing. That's like saying if you masturbate too much, you're going to go blind. That's all that is. It's just something to try to stifle people's sexuality. Doesn't mean anything. You can sleep with a different person every week for the first, from 18 to 30, which I consider a low number. And then meet the person that you fall in love with and have a happy relationship the rest of your life. Now, in fact, there's actually, if you want to talk about statistics, statistically, people who have no sexual encounters before they get married have the least happy marriages. So people who have fewer sexual activity before they get married tend to be more likely to cheat and wander in later years. So, yeah, that's actually the only evidence there is contrary to that. I don't think Jaeger will leave Poland. He will train with the Polish sausage. Why would they even let him in right now? Be the thing. I think we are out of questions. And I think I'm caught up on all the super chats. We've only got a couple minutes until Matt starts. I don't see any questions coming in. My first two wives will testify to that. What, that you were bad at sex? Or that you strayed? That's another thing. Marrying a fucking virgin. Ugh. They use their teeth. They're horrible kissers. They balk at anything that might be the least bit beyond the biblical norm for sex. If I wanted to have missionary position sex for the rest of my life, I'd marry a fucking missionary. I'd rather marry somebody that's got a little experience. Might teach me something. They bring some tools in their own toolbox. You know what I mean? Jaeger should take active self-protection. Now, I would almost pay to send Jaeger and active self-protection. And I would take up a collection to have them airdropped right into the middle of Kyiv. If we could do that, if that was something we could be assured would happen, I would help take up a collection to drop the two of them right into the middle of Kyiv. I don't know if I got a sinus headache or if I'm just a little dehydrated. Last time I checked, what? I'm still finning for rando. I don't know what that means. Let's see, where are we here? Yeager is going to Kyiv. No, he's not. How would he be getting into Kyiv? That would be my question. And what is your plan on how to get into Kyiv? Russia's not letting anybody in or out right now. And when they do let people out, it's people out. They don't let anybody in because they're afraid people going back in might contain, carry intelligence or capabilities or, anything else. So no one's going into Kyiv right now. So only thing they're barely letting press in. Most of them are the ones that were embedded there already. I just saw a thing the other day about how they turned away two of the, was it CNN correspondents that were trying to get back in there. They had left and gone to Poland to do some coverage, and now they can't get back into Kyiv. And press is supposed to be able to go back and forth. I had to put my kids to bed, so I don't know if you answered. What's the best 10 millimeter CZ style pistol? I don't know of any except for their CZ custom shop 10 millimeters. I mean, I guess you could look at what are they called? I look at them every time I go to SHOT Show. Oh God! Somebody refresh my memory of the ones I look at every time I go to SHOT Show. Not Salazar. What's the one I go to see SHOT Show all the time? And every time I see him, I think about getting one, but then I don't. I don't remember what it was. I'm blanking. They would let Yeager in just to laugh at all the bad advice he would give. Yeah. I mean, I've never had too big a problem with his tactical training. It's all basic stuff. I mean, he's just teaching basic principle, like principle 101, but with a little bit of a macho turn to it. But it's the stuff, the unsafe behavior, like throwing guns on the ground and teaching people to treat their rifles poorly, when the military and every other person who's ever taught people how to be a good soldier teaches you the exact opposite. You baby your weapon. You take better care of your weapon than you do yourself. The two things you take care of most is your feet and your weapon. So I don't get Tangfolio. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Tangfolio. So yeah, but other than that, his advice is just very bland. I mean, it's not like he's teaching, revolutionary tactics or anything. It was just simple, sound advice and good things to practice, except for some of his dangerous things he said or did. And even then, like the things like standing down range between targets while people are practicing, I can see why. If you're training someone to shoot for self-defense and they won't fire because, oh my God, there's a human down there. Well, then if they can't hit this target over here while there's a human standing here, they're probably not going to be that good at it when it's real life situation either. But let's see here. There's never enough ammo live yet. EAA Witness, someone said, is also a good. Tankfolio was the one I was thinking of, but EAA is also a good option. Is there never enough ammo live yet? It's time for him to be live. Excuse me. Dan Wesson Kodiak 10 millimeter. That's a very good gun, but it's not a CZ inspired gun. That's a 1911 inspired gun. So I guess that would be well, I don't know. Depends on who you think of as the most influential 1911 maker. Most people would say Colt. Other people would say like Singer, or depends on what you first saw, I guess. Let's see here. Is never enough ammo live yet? What's this hold up? Later, Yanks. Carry always and protect your loved ones. All of them? Don't you protect all of them? Where was I at over here? Lots of plastic pistol available and no revolvers. What's up with that? Well, they don't make as many revolvers because, for one, they're not as popular. They're also usually more expensive to make. Profit point is higher on polymer guns. That's the gun they make the most money off of for every one they sell. And those are the ones that tend to sell the fastest. So that's what they usually concentrate on. It's like how when the chip shortage hit, they didn't allocate all those chips to the Hellcats and the high-end cars of their lines, like the Corvettes and stuff, they put them all in the Sparks and the mid-size cars and the small trucks and stuff like that. The stuff that sells quick and easy and is easier and cheaper to make, those went out with chips in them, while the the high-end cars sit on lots of places waiting for chips. I saw a thing. There was like a big field of Corvettes sitting waiting for chips, while little Chevy pickups or little Chevy cars are rolling out with chips in them. Matt is live, everybody. So head on over to Never Enough Ammo's chat. I have got to get out of here. I got such a headache. Thanks for coming tonight. I do appreciate it. I will see you all again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, I just want to remind everyone to always carry and stay safe until I see you again.